Shalom, this is Gamal Yala of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHSHAM, BAHSHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this is a quick lesson. Lord willing is edifying through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. This lesson is going to be entitled The Curse of the Baby Mama and the Israelite Man's Worst Enemy. All right, and this is a true statement because among Israelite men, okay, one thing, Israelite men with children, rather, one very common thing that they have to deal with is baby mama drama. I don't think I know not one Jake that has a child by a so-called black woman or Israelite woman that's not catching hell in some type of way. And if you aren't catching hell, then just wait and just wait on it, because it's coming. But I felt compelled in the spirit to speak on this because there's brothers in my particular church that are dealing with issues from their child's mother, as well as brothers all across the world, because this is a very common thing, especially here in America. It's a very common thing, and that's also the reason why the apostles and elders told us to stay away from the so-called black woman. All right, it's for a reason, because these women will they'll use children as a mechanism for control, for making your life hard, okay? And that's what they do, and that's a very wicked thing, and it's also a sign that we got to get the hell up out of here. But yeah, so the apostles, like I said, they warn us many times, about dealing with the so-called black woman, and I'll even extend it to Israelite women in general, because and then you may think, oh well, nah, my woman's not bad, hey, my woman, she gets the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not bad, well, hey, just wait, man. Just like I said, you ain't gonna have no perfect woman on this side. You ain't gonna have no Sarah on this side, man. So, and don't put it past your woman either, because it's always the women you least expect. It's the women you least expect that's all right, and they turn out to be the biggest demons against brothers, man. And so, this is, like I said, this is a thing that I know brothers are dealing with heavy, and Lord willing, through the spirit, this is an edifying lesson for brothers that's dealing with this issue, because I'm dealing with it currently, and I've been dealing with it, So without further ado, I'll get into a precept. This is Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Now, you can apply this to this is kind of twofold. Well, it says, for they shall go into captivity, because during the transatlantic slave trade, you had the so-called black man, where their children actually went into captivity. They were stripped. Their families were stripped away from each other, during that time, and that's also how the so-called black families fell apart. It goes back, to that, it goes back to that, being under our oppressors, man, the so-called white man. All right. But the point being is, here is that thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them. So we're still under the curses, man. You're not going to be able to enjoy your kids. Number one, because, you're always having to work. We're in captivity, so, and the scriptures say we're subject to payments. We're always having to work. We don't have time to really get with our children like that. And then on the flip side, another reason is, the bitch might be keeping your kids from you, so you ain't gonna be able to enjoy them. But the point being is that it's a curse. Having children is really kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's a blessing because you get to see your fruits. You get to see, you rear your child from a young age. You're able to see characteristics of your own child and you, and watch them grow, and attempt to be there for your kids. But the curse side of it is you got to deal, in most cases, Jake has to deal with a wicked ass woman who will play keep away. She'll use the children as a pawn, okay, to use against you. And so that's like I said, that's the downside of it, man. All right. And hey, these women, I'll say this, these women are gonna fucking get theirs, man. For putting brothers, through hell. Here it is, you just wanna, take care of your kids, you wanna be a good father and role model and example to your seeds. Okay, but you got this bitch who's filled with Satan, who's trying to hinder that. All right, for whatever various reason, maybe she's, maybe y'all broke up, you left her because she was, she probably had demons on her. So you decided you didn't want to deal with her no more. But you got kids by her, so the only way she could really get back at you is through the kids. And that's very, very common, not even amongst just us in the truth, but amongst Jake and the world, and and Jake in general. Because a woman, that, like I said, that's one of her methods of get back. Okay. But let me get this, because there's a saying. I thought it might be a scripture on it, but it's not. It's a popular saying. It says, "A woman scorned." It says, "This originates from The Mourning Bride, a tragic play by playwright William Carvery." The whole line actually reads, "Heaven has no rage like love to turn to hatred." I'm sorry. "Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned." Basically what that's saying is, a love turned to hatred, meaning at one point you loved that woman, you wanted to start a family with her, what I'm saying, you might have went with her to the hospital, and you see the birth of your child, and you think everything's all, you kind of want everything to work out and everything's gonna be all good. But then, like I said, Satan jumps on that woman, and you just can't deal with her no more, man. All right, you gotta leave her. You gotta leave her. All right. And I recommend that for bros that deal with a woman that's unruly, and what I'm saying, she talks back, she don't want to really get under your order. Hey, to hell with that woman, man. Kick her to the curb, man. All right. But the other half of the quote says, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. So a woman scorned, an angry woman will fucking make your life, her whole thing is to make your life a living hell. Okay, she will go to the highest extremes, okay, to get back at you. And we have, many brothers have seen and witnessed this. Even among Jake, that's let's say it's just a woman who you're not even dealing with, a woman you just know. That a woman women are carnal, boy. They want to get back. They don't want to get back. They want to destroy you, man. They don't just want get back. They don't want just a lick back like say for instance, hypothetically, you hit her and she hits you back, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Nah, man, they want to, you do something to them, man. They want to fucking take it to a whole another level. All right. So that's the women. That's the anger and wickedness of a woman. Okay. And Jake ain't shit too. We know like cause there's a lot of single moms out there that get left. And the Jake, just disappear on them. It's fucked up. You got a lot of men that but in most cases you really can't. In most cases, really honestly, it's the woman. The woman drove the man away. She was being a demon. He got tired of it and he left. So I don't blame Jake in a lot of cases. And like I said, on the rare exception is when the man just leaves. Because you got some Jake, they don't want that responsibility of having a child. So they just get the hell on. Hey, sayonara. And then you don't hear from them. Which, like I said, is messed up because you laid down with that woman, and it's your response. That's your seed. To take care of them. But in this society, man, it is what it is, man. I'll say that. Sirach 25 says, listen to this. Sirach 25 and 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. See? A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. See? So a lot of Israelite men are dealing with a wounded heart at the expense, due to the fact that a woman had took away his kids, or whatever reason, man. And this is a very heavy social problem, a social issue, man, in this society, and it's not really talked about enough. So the spirit, like I said, the spirit led me to, go in on this because, a lot of men deal with this, man. This is real life shit. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Yeah, so that bitch will try to make her life a living hell, man. And one of the biggest ways that she can do that is through your seed, through manipulating your seed, to get up under her wicked vibration, and and then another one is play keep away. All right. It says, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak and feeble knees. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. I'm going to jump up to 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Yeah, so that's going back to that quote, woman scorned. Said, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So a fucking angry woman, man, look, man, I'll say this, with dealing with a baby mama, you really only got three options. You got three options. You can either A, take her to court, well, I'll say either A, just fucking to hell with the bitch, man. Go put yourself on child support, because she's gonna do it anyway. She's gonna put you on child support anyway. So it's, in some cases, it's better if you just do it yourself, and then just kiss your kids, and just explain it to them later. Look, man, reason why. If we're still here by the time your kids grow up, hey, just explain it to them later. Just come into their life when they're of a certain age, where they can understand, like, look, man, I had to take a step back because, your mom, which, I mean, that may not work either, because by that point, your child's already, under, like I said, under her vibration. But at least, you'll have at least they'll have the understanding, or the closure, the understanding as to why you had to step away and do what you had to do. So that's one, just get the hell on, pay the child support. Number two, you could take her to court, get a lawyer, take her to court. You get her legitimized, because in some cases, in some states, probably most states, you gotta legitimize your child, because this society is wicked, man. You don't even although you had the child and you signed the birth certificate, you don't have any legal rights to that child. So you gotta take the extra step. Although you was with her in the hospital and, you was together, that's your wife, because y'all weren't legally married, with documentation, you don't have no legal rights to the child. So let's say something happens to the mom, or let's say, you are with your child, you're spending time with your child, that woman can legally say that it's kidnapping. So she could really call the cops, because she has custodian. She's the primary custodian of that child. So she could just say, hey, this man is not authorized to see my children, and the cops will go, Lord forbid they arrest you, but they'll come get the child. So this is what we're up against. This is a wicked, evil society, man. And that's why YAHAWASHI set it up to where really the man is supposed to get receive the kids after a divorce. That's in the law. All right, the man, after once you divorce, when you leave your woman, you're supposed to you're supposed to get the kids and the possessions. All right, and you send her on her way. But I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. I gotta get ready to head into work. Lord willing, brothers will edify. I'm gonna do a part 2 and follow up on this, because the spirit was heavy. So Yeah, for now, Shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah BAHSHAM. BAHSHAM Kakudah. Shalom.